Welcome back to the Tide Hanger. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with the weekly news and review and scouring the internet to find all kinds of wonderful Star Wars and Transformers news and any other interesting stuff I want to talk about. But let's get started this week with a cel-shaded Starscream. Now, I think this guy looks pretty cool. I think that the cel-shaded stuff seems to be very popular and sell out very well. Now, this is done by Yes Model or BB7, which I think they're one and the same, but looks pretty good. Another picture of them right here. Now, also the same Yes Model and BB7, they're making this Purple Seeker, and now I like purple. I like Purple Seeker, and it looks like it's a shiny metallic. The only downside, of course, is this is sort of a older mold, and I think people have moved on to the Make Toys mold, so it really wouldn't fit. So I don't know. Using these older molds, the styling on it, I don't know. I don't know if that's for me or not. They called it Hot Link. This is definitely a cool looking color. So some images have surfaced of the MMC Springer, and well, first of all, I don't know why the shoulder pieces aren't on there just right. Obviously, you can move those to make it more accurate, but this one actually looks pretty decent. This was made my list of unnecessary releases because we have so many Springers coming out, and I still think x-transbots looks better. But there's some comparisons surfacing on this one about compared to Fans Toys. Now, right now, Fans Toys is the best looking one out there, and I don't know. This thing might be beating the Fans Toys, especially with this back view. If you look at see how it looks on the back, the right side is the MMC, and that thing cleans up so much better. Cleans up better in the legs, the uniformity of color in the lower legs. The backpack is a lot sleeker, and it cleans up so much better. There's no butt flap, so of course I don't really display mine from the rear. The actual chest piece, where the yellow part, I think Fans Toys looks a little bit better, but then again, the actual chest itself doesn't have any breakup in it, so it's a toss-up. Like, which one do you like best? But still, competition's great, but I'm probably not picking this guy up, even as good as he looks. Some pictures have surfaced of Grimlock and the Gigapower version, and I think he does look pretty good. This is the color pictures. I know that, was it last week we had non-color pictures of him. But yeah, it's a pretty good looking bot. That's a close up on the head sculpt. But he's going to be big too. He's going to be bigger than Grinder. May even be more along the size of Reximus Prime. That's what I'm thinking. But yes, he looks good, and although the inside of the legs kind of show all of the business there and don't cover up as well as Fans Toys Grinder does. So there's this Ghostbusters version of Optimus Prime that's $150. I thought they were done with the MP10 mold. They're just sending out recolors of that MP10 mold left and right these days. But it's an interesting color scheme, actually. The white with the actual Ghostbuster symbol and all that. That's pretty interesting. So next I want to talk about this Shockwave Lab upgrade kit, LED upgrades. Now I'm kind of a fan of upgrade kits and stuff. Not so much upgrade kits, but companies utilizing sound and lights and enhancing the figures like this. And this is pretty cool. They're actually just really small pieces with LEDs built in. And nowadays with all of the small button batteries, there's just more stuff they can do along the lines of this, and I just think it looks pretty cool. Now, downside is I don't know if it has like an auto time shut off, but I would like to turn my lights on my shelf and then see like light up eyes or light up pieces like this, and then automatically shut off, so I don't have to go turn them all off myself. That would be cool if that was the case. But yeah, you've got a couple of different accessories that go in different places. And for those of you that may not know, they put a second pre-order up on BBTS this past week for the Soldier Goku and Voltron. I finally got mine in. Tried to get the word out for everybody else, but it sold out in like a half an hour. So I got a video up real fast. I think it was the shortest video I've ever put up. But just to get the word out for you guys, I think a couple of viewers were able to get their orders in too. So it sure beats. I was actually considering buying the KO of this, and I'm so glad I'm getting the official. Last bit of Transformers news. People are starting to get their Fans Toys Road King, which is their version of Motormaster. The couple things that I want to say about from what I've seen and heard, because I haven't gotten to handle it yet, but I think the concept of the trailer being included is really interesting. One, makes for a bit of a complex transformation, but that's just some interesting engineering. I know that pretty much everything Fans Toys has been putting out lately is pretty complex, but the whole trailer collapses in on his back and his legs, and that's quite an interesting feat of technology. The other thing that people seem to be complaining about is, if you see in this picture, you're going to see an outline around his chest and his waist, like a silver paint outline, and that is not present in the actual figure. So I don't really care one way or another. That is an interesting look to it to have that, but if it doesn't have it, it's not a deal killer for me. And then the other thing about this is we still are confused about how it's going to combine. Like, if it's parts forming to combine, where are the parts to combine? Doesn't make sense. And then the instructions don't show how it's supposed to combine. So a lot of questions still to be answered about this guy. I think I'm considering doing a comparison of all three Motormasters and see which one looks the best from X-Transbots, DX9, and Fans Toys. Moving into some Star Wars news, there's the Luke Skywalker crate figure is available for pre-order on the Hasbro Pulse. And the funny thing is that this thing's not selling out. It's not selling out left and right. You think that when they put exclusives up, they've been selling out. When it's exclusive, like the Lando skiff selling out, and other exclusive figures like that, when they put them up, they sell out. But yet, for some reason, this guy doesn't. Is it because it's original trilogy? Is it because people just don't care about the old man Luke and want to see younger Luke's? Who knows? But this one does come with an interesting feature where, for the 3.75 inch line, where you can actually put the lightsaber hilt hanging off of his belt, which I don't know if that's going to be something they start doing with other Jedi figures in the future, but pretty interesting, all this little detail in a small scale. And we have some pictures surfacing of the Stormtrooper for Rogue One that's going to get released, and what I understand is that it just seems like there's not enough of these to go around, and they sell out really fast. It's one of the most popular figures because the people that do buy them are trying to troop build, and other people that just want one of each struggle to find it. So that's always a challenge, but depending on what card it is, it doesn't really matter. Rogue One or Star Wars Empire or Jedi, people just like to troop build these Stormtroopers, and they're hard to get. They should put out like a 6-pack or something for a decent price. And lastly, the next wave is up for pre-order. So this vintage collection, it's kind of a mixed bag this go around. I think the last go around there was so many good figures coming out, and it was actually getting frustrating because it just didn't seem like an end in sight, and it's another figure around the corner, and that was exhausting. This go around, we're seeing all this stuff getting released, but we're not getting it. Wave 2 and 3 they came and went very fast. A lot of people still don't have those for the vintage collection this go around, and all that's around is Wave 1. And what's the chances of getting any of these future waves at retail? Nobody knows. Pre-ordering might be the only way to go. That's a sad state of affairs. I think we accept in the Transformers world to be able to just buy online and not really worry about the hunt as much as we used to. But anyway, let me know what you think about the news. Like, subscribe, and Tidarium Hanger out.